Living with the number 2 hero was full of surprises. Unfortunately, the surprises the relationship brought along weren't always the good kind. Due to his demanding job, it was rare for him to get the quality time you wanted from him. It has happened more than once that Hawks had to cancel your date at the last minute because of a crucial mission or an emergency that happened at work. When your phone rang today and his name appeared, you already expected the worst. Hawks was always so busy that he could maybe manage to fly by at your office to have a quick chat or bring you some food. He did that almost on a daily basis. But when he only had time for a call, it normally meant something worse had come up again. You could already see yourself in your shared loft late at night, waiting for Hawks to come home because he did after hours. You're worried about him. His job seemed to take over him sometimes, consuming not only his daily life, but everything else. In the 7 years you've been dating and the 3 years you've been living together, you could see that his job was eating away at him. At some points in your relationship, you also thought of giving up because you thought he didn't care, but he proved you differently. No matter what came your way, you both made it through, and afterwards you were stronger and more in love than ever. You picked up your phone with a heavy heart, preparing for the worst. "Hey, baby bird," his usual happy voice chirping on the other end. "How's work today?" "Hey." Your voice was bitter, and you could tell he already seen through you. "Is everything okay? You rarely call." You could hear him opening his mouth to say something, but stopping before quietly speaking. "I don't have time for you today. I'm sorry, baby bird." "What? Why? You said you were free for sure tonight." "I'm sorry, but some urgent business came up." "But Kigo, you promised!" You almost screamed, holding back when you realized you were still in the office booth. I know, he replied, despair in his voice, to just listen to him. "I promise I'll make it up to you. I'll come back to you as soon as I can, yeah?" "Fine." It was a lost cause when it comes to his job. Protecting society was his utmost duty. Sometimes you also came short because of that. "I love you, listener." He tried to make it right, but knew he already hurt you, which made him feel better than you could ever know. "I love you too, Kiego. Come home soon." You quickly put down your phone, arms falling to your sides. You could feel tears in your eyes. Tonight was Christmas Eve, and not like you hadn't spent previous Christmases together, but this one was important to you. You've been looking forward because it was not only just a simple Christmas, it was also your 7-year anniversary. Maybe Kiego forgot that too. What first was an exciting day at work that you could not wait to escape and return to your home was now a dragging and miserable day. This was going to be a lonely Christmas. After you left work, you took a longer way home than usual, not wanting to be confronted with brightly decorated loft and big festive Christmas tree there, but you inevitably reached the familiar building. You climbed the set of stairs you knew oh so well, seeing the outline of the door to the big loft on top. Opening the door, you were ready to be welcomed by a warm smile and strong arms with crimson wings to encircle you. But then you remembered, the apartment suddenly seeming empty, cold and lonely, not with a hint of your boyfriend in sight. Seems like there is no way you could see even an ounce of him tonight. You were ready to throw in the towel completely and crawl onto the couch, watching cheesy Christmas movies after eating leftover made cookies. You placed your shoes to the side and made your way to the living room, but then you realized the dim light coming from the area. Either Hawks left the light on and was stopping by, or something was on fire. Judging by the non-existent burnt smell, you guessed it was the prior one. But then you suddenly heard a soft melody echoing through the halls. You lifted your head and hurried to the living area. Could it really be? Surprise. Hawks welcomed you from behind the kitchen counter. No hero outfit, no ruffled wings, just him and his charming smile. He was really there, in front of you, wearing a beautiful dark red suit, the tint matching his wings. You felt like you could cry. Kiego? You spoke breathlessly, still not able to grasp what was happening as your eyes went over to look at the deck table. What is all of this? He simply smiled and walked over to you, those strong arms that you missed all day wrapping around you. Happy anniversary, baby bird. But how? You stammered. It's our anniversary dinner and Christmas Eve. You think I'd really let anything get in the way of that? Hell no, baby bird. You stared at him in disbelief. But didn't you say you had urgent business that came up? Oh, I did. He smiled, his head nodding towards the bag of groceries in the kitchen. You cooked all of this? You laughed. Kiego was never one to cook. The most he did was brought instant ramen from the 7-Eleven on his way back from work. Well, Rumi helped me out a little. Okay, she helped a lot, but I swear I did some of the cooking myself. You giggled and wrapped your arms around his neck, pulling him down into a kiss. He immediately leaned into it, arms wrapping tightly around you. When he pulled away, he gave you another smile before taking your hand and leading you to the kitchen table, beautifully decorated with candles and flowers. He helped you sit down while you admired the setup. I wanted to make the evening special for us. I know it's been tough with me being on so many missions lately, so I made sure we had tonight and tomorrow all to ourselves. The smile that has been stuck to your face ever since you saw him didn't leave you throughout the entire evening. It felt like the first date you two had ever been on, where he invited you to a simple dinner in a fancy restaurant out of town. The food tasted sublime, and the sheer thought of seeing Hawks in an apron and cooking made you smile even more. He took some time out of his already busy schedule to make this just for this occasion. It made your stomach feel like there were butterflies in it, just like you had felt on the first dates you've been on with him. You know, I said how I didn't have time because of an urgent business that came up, right? Hawks said, wiping his mouth with a tissue after he finished his dessert. You leaned back to your seat. Yeah? Well, it wasn't actually the bags of groceries, so that was a lie. But there was some urgent business that came up, and I honestly thought I wouldn't make it in time at home, so that's why I called. He looked intently at you, slowing down his voice so he could focus on you, and only you. And what I had to do was indeed something very serious, but don't worry, it had nothing to do with my job. What is it, Kiego? You asked eagerly. Even though the topic of his work being out of the way, there were a million bad ways and bad news you could get from him. Hawks got up and walked around the table to join you at your side, taking your hand. Baby bird, there's something I really need to tell you. With heavy feelings in your chest, you slowly nodded, but your expression changed when he slowly sank down on one knee in front of you. You are my one and only baby bird, and I wanted to spend the rest of my life with you. I'm aware that my job makes things difficult. I've sworn that I would save people no matter what, but you made me realize that I also have to take care of myself sometimes. Since I met you 7 years ago, we have had our fair shares of ups and downs, but I'm so happy to call you mine. Kiego. He reached into his suit pocket, revealing a crimson box containing a beautiful, yet simply designed golden ring. Will you marry me? You thought you wouldn't be able to breathe after the first few words. tears streaming down your face, getting your eyes all puffy, and frankly nodding at him. You slipped down from your chair and fell onto your knees, reaching out to cup his cheeks. Watching you made Hawk swell up, holding the box as his eyes were focused on you. I'm 100% sure on this. I've never loved anyone more than you, so will you do me the honors of... Diego, oh my god, yes! You kissed him deeply, feeling Hawk's relax against the kiss, inner tension falling loose in both of your bodies. The kiss lasted for what felt like hours, just the two of you holding each other. Being with the number 2 hero was full of surprises, and this Christmas Eve, Hawks had once again proven that not all of those were bad, and no matter what came across your path, you two would find a way. The golden ring that was now on your finger was proof of that, and you would onto it for eternity. Hello everyone, 2 videos in one day. I know, it's really great. This fanfiction was so good and I loved it so much. Reading through it for the first time, I was like, oh, it's so good. Please go check out the creators from the past 3 videos and all the creators in general that I make videos on. I hope all of you have happy holidays and you guys stay safe and, be with loved ones and people that you love. Or just contact them, because I know it's crazy and we can't see some of our loved ones this year. I think that was it. Besides happy holidays, and there's gonna be 2 videos next week. It's gonna be an update one and then the Shinso one. If you haven't seen my other 2 videos already, where I already explained this, but if you have, welcome. If you haven't, go check them out. They're really good too. I think that's all I wanted to say. So without all of that, subscribe and comment down below, because I love reading all your comments. Your comments are really fun and nice and honestly really funny. Don't forget I'm the Lady Otaku, and have a wonderful day, night, evening, whenever you're watching this. Goodbye.